Is this Lake 3 and Lake 2?
Lake 2, Lake 2. Lake 2.
Lake 2? Okay. What I want to explain. You guys got to do what we do to help that whole process go along. So that wood doesn't get to your tribe site all nice and cut up and stacked there on its own. What initially happens is during the intersession, between the sessions, and before camp starts, for staff training and opening of this place, counselors and people from camp go down the road. We find trees that have fallen through the winter storms, okay, on their own through nature. We go down there and we cut them up into logs, like the ones you guys are sitting on, like some of the ones you see down on the end. Okay, we do not go out down there and we don't cut up the trees that are living. Okay, we wait till they come down naturally. Okay, when we get them, we bring them up here, okay, we usually stack them on that further side of the pile. Okay, so that stuff that's just pretty much just got here. And once it gets to that point, we cut them up into rounds, like this one you see standing up over here. Okay. And then they get cut up into blocks, or into these guys. Okay. And this one here is pretty heavy, kind of wet and sappy. I'll teach you a little more about that. So we let it sit there for a while until finally it makes its way across to either this pile here, okay, or else this pile back over here. Okay. There's a very big and important difference between the two piles. Okay. This pile here is wood that is pretty nasty looking in terms of, they usually got knots or some other kind of problem with them that your counselor and you would not want up in your tribe site. Okay? If you took this piece up to your tribe site and said, "Here, Julian, I brought you some wood," or "Here, Tomas, I got wood, what a good kid I am," and you showed this to them, well, they're probably not going to be likely to pat you on the back and say, "Job well done." Okay, why wouldn't they?
Because it's not done.
Let me just get one person. Go ahead.
It's not done yet.
Okay, it's not done yet. But
I mean, it's not chopped up enough.
well, it's not chopped up enough because of a good reason. Well,
Not good wood.
what's that you say?
You got a big old knot.
It's too hard to chop.
Okay, it's too hard to chop. You can't get through this. Go ahead. You got it.
There's a knot in the wood,
Okay.
and that makes it impossible to chop.
Okay, this big old knot here is about as impossible as it can get to get through a piece of wood, to get to a size small enough to get your fire going, okay, or to start your fire, to keep your fire going. Okay, you can sit there with a nice big old 8-pound maul, which a maul is a combination of a sledgehammer on one side and a blade on the other side. So it's got a lot of weight, usually 6 or 8 pounds, sometimes even bigger. You can take one of those things, set this on a round, start chopping on it, and you're going to beat the heck out of this thing for a long period of time, break a good sweat, and you're still not going to get through this big knot. Okay, you're going to burn up a lot of energy and waste a lot of time. What eventually will happen is that your axe is going to be so stuck deep into this thing but that you won't be able to get your axe out of this piece of wood. You have to take this whole thing and throw it in the fire with the axe attached just to get the wood off the blade, off the axe. So it's just a burn up of time. Okay. So this stuff here that's really gnarly looking like this, we just throw it over here in this stack, and eventually it makes its way into the central campfire pit. And we'll burn it up there. But in your tribe sites, you guys saw the pieces that you guys have in your tribe sites that we start using for fires. Usually about this size or a little bit bigger. Okay? You're not going to get that piece of wood to this size. So this pile over here is for wood that's ready to go. It's all stacked up. This is good wood. It's got some knots, but usually very small ones if it has one. And they're just primed up and ready to go to your tribe site. So all you got to do is pick it up and take it there. Okay? This is a beautiful piece of wood. It's nice and dry. Okay? It doesn't have any rotten parts to it. There's no knots. It's perfect. It's got a nice cut to it. You can set it right up on your chopping block. You give it a whack, and it's going to split up real nice. Okay? Any size you want.